All right, welcome back everybody. Today I'm going to show you another one of my main markers. This is my CCI Phantom Pistol, the second of two CCI Phantoms that I own. This is obviously a very different setup from my other CCI Phantom, the one with the vertical ASA, but in some ways it is extremely similar. Looking at this marker as it is, the only part of this that is actually original CCI is the trigger group in here. Everything else has been modified from since I got it. The body is an ASP Roundhead body, so it has the double detent mod, plus it is auto cocker threaded, which is great because as always I get to use my Deadlywind Fibur barrels that are free compatible. I play this marker like this as a pistol, so I prefer the 8-inch fiber barrel. I can also get away with the 6, but it goes right about to the end of the pump handle because you lose the last 2 inches, so I like it sticking out a little bit more, so I typically go with the 8. The pump kit is the CCI dual rod pump kit. I have a separate standalone review of just this. This is the best dual rod Phantom pump kit on the market. It's smooth, it has a light motion, it is extremely comfortable. In fact, this Vendetta style pump handle means there's a place for your index finger right at the end of the pump, so this is great. It's stable. I cannot say enough good things about this pump kit. It is worth every cent. This is the CCI dual rod pump kit. It's the best dual rod pump kit for the Phantoms, so I'm using that. I'm also using the CCI 12-round feed. On my other Phantom, I'm using the Mongo 12-round feed, which is very similar in capacity and appearance. This one's a little bit beefier than the other one, and it uses the standard CCI end cap, so ball gate all works the same. Now the valve body here is not a CCI valve body. This is from it's a PMI Tracer valve body or an ACI Maverick. I forget, one or the other. So it's a rear ASA, and I like this rear ASA because it is shorter. All the internals are CCI stuff, but the standard CCI rear ASA valve body is pretty long, which means it has a lot of extra volume in there. Since I'm using this marker almost exclusively with 12 grams, I want to minimize the volume to maximize the number of shots I get out of each cartridge. So we go with the shorter valve body from the Tracer, and that helps out in that regard. And all the way at the back here, we have the ICD lever changer. You can see ICD right there. So this is the best 12-gram changer on the market today. I also have a standalone review of this. So this works very simple. You open the lever, 12-gram comes out, put a new 12 in, close the lever, you're done. These types of changes can be done on field in less than a second with practice. It screws directly into the ASA, and it has set screws that allow you to spin it so that the slot is facing whichever direction you want. So because I'm running this marker stock class, I want to have fastest change I can. I like this a lot better than a bucket changer. You could also throw that on here, but this is my preferred way to go. And then finally the grip right here. This is a UTG grip. It's like all Phantom grips. It's compatible with an M16 grip block, so it in theory is real steel. It's kind of a hard plastic, but I find it extremely comfortable because it has this nice big swell in the back here, and it's fairly thick. It's a fairly robust frame. I have long fingers, so I like a nice robust grip. I don't like things that are really small, like the skinny CCM frames, for example. Unfortunately, you can't use this on a Phantom out of the box. You have to cut it down, and you can maybe see right there where there's, maybe right there, there's sections along the top edge of it that I've cut down because out of the box it has another part that comes up that gets in the way with this screw right here, so you have to remove that part in order to make it work on a Phantom. One last note about the hardware here, you can't see it, but it has an open face bolt that's adjustable with a hex wrench down the barrel instead of the stock TPC that has that flat slot on it. I don't like those standard CCI velocity adjustment tools because the plastic is really easy to deform and then you're out of luck. So this is much easier with the open face bolt. Now in terms of this setup, there isn't much more to say about this. This is how I use it, mostly with this length barrel. So it's very light, it's very compact, it's just a standard pump, shoot, stock class marker, horizontal feed, so you do have to rock it down. It's a Nelson, so it's rocked forward to feed, and it's light, it's simple, it's reliable, and it shoots like a dream. It's one of those markers that I've gotten really used to, so I can just line it up and I know exactly where the paintball is going to go. So this is actually, as I've moved from modified stock class to spending more time playing just real stock class with 12 grams, this has really become one of my workhorse markers. It works every time, it works really well, reliable, comfortable, light, and with this particular setup, it shoots great and gets great efficiency. I have no problem getting 30 to 35 usable shots out of a 12 gram. I can stretch it to 40 if I need to, but unless I'm playing a big game, I'm not going to shoot more than 30 or 35 shots within a single round, usually. So I can change between games and not even have to worry about changing the 12 gram on the field. Now, CCI Phantoms are really easy to come by. If you want to build something like this, it's really easy to come by a Phantom for used for $150 to $200. For something like this, where you're replacing most of the parts, is going to cost more than that. The body costs something, the valve bodies are cheap, this changer is like $100 or $110 on its own, same thing with the pump kit. I forget what the feed tube cost, the grip was cheap, but you're looking at a bit more of an investment to build something like this. Now, for that same amount of money, could you get like a high-end pump, like a Carter or CCM? I don't know if it's maybe quite at that level, but you could probably get something nicer for that same amount of money. But the thing here is, because it's a Phantom, you can tweak every aspect of this to be exactly the way you like it. And that's the real benefit here for the cost that you put into it. You get something that is exactly the way you want it, and you can spread that cost out over time and do it bit by bit, and only approve what you think needs changing at each step in the process. So that is my CCI Phantom Pistol, the second of two Phantoms that I own, one of my go-to stock class markers. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time with another paintball marker.